Right on. That was a Black Tooth with their newest song, Get Down. And you know what? It really reminded me of like old school Breeders and Pixies.
Yeah, I was exactly saying the same thing.
That was a really cool feeling.
Pixies, I haven't heard Breeders, but yeah, Pixies for sure.
Man, really enjoyed that. Like, yeah, Jack Black and Kim Deal, man, great stuff.
Yeah, that had that Pixies bits in. That had it reminded me a bit of Blur.
Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Kind of like earlier Blur, but had a bit of Blur in there, and a little bit of Smashing Pumpkins in there as well. Who I must admit, I don't know the Smashing Pumpkins that well. I never got massively into them, but the tunes I really like, and the other stuff I just probably haven't heard. If you know what I mean. But it had a little bit of that going on as well. It was a really, really cool tune, man. And that was kind of, and the Dandy Warhols.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, they were excellent. I saw them live. They were really good. Had all that kind of stuff going on, which was a really wicked sound. I really enjoyed that.
Right on. So, next up.
Sorry. I said I wanted to say something prior. You know, I kind of...
here you go.
I kind of trashed the Metallica show. I just want to say the crew put on a fantastic show. The pyro and the lights and the sound were great. Just on the band.
Are you saying that just in case they're listening?
Yeah. Well, you know, but they did. I mean, the pyro was amazing. They got the timing right. They got the lights right. It just sounded like the band were like just half a thing off sometimes. Not every song. Like I said, they did well the new tunes, and they did well on like Seek and Destroy and some old Hit the Lights. They didn't hit lights. They did well. But there was like my favorite album is Master of Puppets. So the fact that the one tune they played, they fucked up, it pissed me off.
Master of Puppets is such a good album. Master of Puppets is one of those. I don't want to sidetrack on Metallica too much again, but it's one of those albums where it's probably, in fact, yeah, it is the only Metallica album, and it's one of very few albums in history where you play it from start to finish, and there is not a single bad song, a bad note, a bad verse, a bad bar. It's just, it's one of those albums that's a perfect album. And there's not many of those.
Well, okay, again, sorry.
Oh my God!
I have to do this. They actually played here in London, Ontario, Canada, a number of years back, and I actually own from Metallica Live. Burned the show, so I actually have the show on CD. They played. It was 2009, maybe. It was before Death Magnetic, but they played Disposable Heroes. They played Battery Incorporated. They played Welcome Home Sanitarium. They played Master of Puppets. I think they played one other song. They played Orion, I think, as well, if I can remember correctly.
Oh, nice.
And holy crap, they played it tight as hell. So I guess maybe going from that show, going to this show, I was expecting a little bit more.
Well, you know what? Before you keep going on, before Mike1inFive got a chance to speak, I was like, it's like, oh, I guess I'm gonna for this, and then you kept there. I was like, oh man, I lost it. Like I had something for it. I can't remember what it was now. It's driving me crazy. It was a good pun too, but obviously not good enough for me to remember.
Well, I think my story's better.
Great story.
Yeah. Thanks, right? not that we're trying to one up each other here, right?
Yeah, right. It's become.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. So next up, we have a brand new song we're supposed to do last week, but we didn't. There's a brand new one by the Boondock Hippie. This one's called Howling at the Moon. Dig this.
Drink alone, howling at the moon. Throw your dice and be unknown, howling at the moon. Raise the roof and light it up, howling at the moon. 'Cause Lord, I want to drink the cup, howling at the moon. Take your hand clean out of the sand, howling at the moon. Shout it out, howling at the moon. Take your hand clean out of the sand, howling at the moon. Let those inhibitions all go. The second that you open the door. Something that you mustn't get go. Let those inhibitions all go. The second that you open the door. Holding on to it, they can go. There's something that you mustn't know, mustn't know, mustn't get go. Stay up late and ride from howling at the moon. Take a walk into the sun, howling at the moon. Raise the roof and light it up, howling at the moon. 'Cause Lord, I want to drink it up, howling at the moon. Take your hand clean out of the sand, howling at the moon. something that you must know, must know, mustn't know.
The Boondock Hippie with Howling at the Moon. That was a cool kind of breakdown tune for the kind of, let's say, the middle of the show. Love this guy. Like, everything he does, it's so like early '60s, like, and kind of hippie-ish, but it's really cool. He does such a good job. I love the violin. I'm sure his violin, maybe possibly a fiddle, but really good tune. Love this tune. Mike G's running the washroom. Squid in my car.
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for him to speak. Mate, I've been waiting for this track because I've been saving it. This is my new favourite band of the week, and it just, oh man, they're just brilliant. The thing is, right, I'm a massive Neil Young fan. Probably about 10 years ago, my mate, who's now my bass player in my current band, but at the time he was a singer and guitarist in my previous band, he phoned me up one night and he said, "Oh, do you know, I've got really into Neil Young." And I went, "What, are you crazy? Are you off your nut?" And of course I was thinking of Neil Diamond. I didn't realise. And afterwards,
Sweet Caroline.
Right. And yeah, exactly. I was like, "Are you what? What's wrong with you? I don't want to be friends with you anymore." But then, yeah, realised, oh no, you're talking about not Neil Diamond. And ever since I've been a huge Neil Young fan. And this, when this came up on the playlist at whatever point, it might have been midweek before last, we first got sent this. And I was just like, this is such a good track, and it really reminds me of Neil Young, which is why it just resonates beautifully with me. It's just, I think it's excellent. I think the violin is amazing because it's got that kind of almost Fairport convention, almost levelers, and almost actually Jack White's latest album has some really good violin. It's got that kind of thing going on in terms of the way it's played, and it reminds me of the Bob Dylan's Desire album with Hurricane and things like that. That violin on that's amazing. So I love that. I love the kind of country folk feel that goes throughout it. I love the way the guitar's plucked. It really does remind me of, all of the best kind of, hippie Neil Young type stuff.
Right.
That I absolutely adore. And Neil Young's fascinating because he's, you listen to his back catalogue, and don't get me wrong, there's some awful stuff in there, especially in the 80s. there's some terrible stuff, but he's one of these people that writes an album and everyone goes, "Oh my God, this is the best thing in the world, you're amazing, you should do this again." And he goes, "Oh well, if you like that, I'm going to do something that's completely messed up." Right? So there's a variety of stuff. But the stuff probably the stuff the way people will love is absolutely my new favourite band. They're fantastic. It's a great team.
Right on. So Mike G is still MIA, but he'll be back soon. So next up is a band called Annie Pole. This is their newest song. This one's called Shadow Lover. Dig this.